Okay, everybody got that out? Let me get myself out. And Barbara, I think you're going to be the first. You have hope, and it's the third night of hope, third day. They actually get this first thing in the morning. Okay, could everybody please turn off except Barbara? You ready, sweetie? Okay. Beautiful. Feedback, please.
I love the opening ending.
Yeah. Wait, Wendy, unmute.
It felt very soft and gentle.
Yeah. It's hope.
Yeah, I know.
And she has played it many different ways. I thought it was very moving, Barbara. Someone else?
It felt very hopeful. It was this feeling of, I just felt that hope. It just came through.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yes, it looked at the beginning, it looked like she was searching for hope. I had that feeling.
Yeah. Anything that ignites hope is wonderful right now. Anything you want to say yourself, Barbara?
Hope for me is always something you're searching for.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get it, you're hoping for something else.
True. Although I have to say, when it was over, I felt lifted. Is this the way you're going to light it? And is this pretty much the background as it will be on the recording, Barbara?
I'm hoping to get a different light, but everything else will be the same.
Good. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, thank you. It's beautiful. It's different every time, but it's also got a core that's the same. Okay, Marianne, are you feeling better?
I'm sorry, my computer just froze up.
Do you want me to come back to you? Is that
No, I can do it.
okay? Take your time. There you go.
I have bronchitis, so
Oh, sweet.
yeah, but also I realized as you were mentioning it, I don't know about next Tuesday for me.
Okay, well, we can talk about that separately by email, okay? We'll work out an accommodation if you need a different one.
Okay, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Can you see?
Oops. Ready? Great. Feedback.
I thought oh, go ahead. I thought your dancing was so beautiful, and for me, it was a little bit too backlit. It
You feel that the background was too much present?
no, that the lighting from behind really, it was bright, and I didn't see her face as much as, and movements as much as I would like to.
Yeah,
That's just me personally.
Okay.
I would agree with that, Mary Lee. Sometimes I was distracted by that, and there were some beautiful moments. And so if we maybe try a bit with the lighting, that could really make a big difference.
Sure, it's interesting because it's been the light that was always there, and it's just for some reason it seems to be more prominent or something.
it's coming out differently. There's more light behind you than in front of you on this one.
Might be just an angle even. Sometimes your angle of your computer screen versus the light,
Right.
it can be 2 inches
Yeah.
and it makes a difference.
Sure.
Yeah, but don't forget also that the first couple you were experimenting with other kinds of backgrounds generated. So we weren't getting the indoor lighting.
Sure.
Okay.
One thing you can do to soften the light is to put a scarf over it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That sometimes makes a big difference.
Mhm.
And different weight scarves, more sheer, will just soften it.
Yeah, that's fine. The light is not, the lighting can be worked with easily.
Oh, sure. The dance was beautiful and your movements are gorgeous.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I was mesmerized I wasn't distracted by the backlight. I was absolutely mesmerized by the lights. The green lights felt to me, they were creating your movement and you were following them. It was beautiful. So I had absolutely no distraction with the backlight. Your finger lights were just beautiful, and it was like an invitation for you to move from them. I loved it.
Great.
Thank you.
You're
Anyone
welcome.
else? Yeah. Diana?
That was me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you have something else you wanted to say?
No, I was mesmerized by it. Thank you.
it felt like one slow, continuous movement. It was very beautiful in the continuity, and the lyricism. It was very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the epitome of what I keep asking you guys for, which is continuous flow without suddenness, without pause, but a kind of metamorphosis. And she really did achieve it. I can't imagine how you did that if you are suffering from bronchitis.
Because today I felt better. Oh, God.
All right, let's go on then to peace.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Kat,
you.
yeah, thank you. And if you need to bow out, I will understand.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Pat is the very first day of peace. Here we go. Pat, that was the most successful use of those strings of lights yet. It really followed every move you made. And the reverberations from it were gorgeous, whether you were against the wall facing it or whether you were using it to outline your arms. That really looked marvelous. Someone else, please. Anyone else have a comment?
I like the string of lights.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
nice.
It was a breath of peace. That's how I felt. A breath of peace. It just felt, I wasn't just taken, I wasn't thinking, I wasn't looking. It was just really a breath of peace, beautiful, Pat.
Felt like a string of lights. It lit up the wings of peace as you were moving. And I just felt that flow of the gentleness of peace through your body. And that expression with those string lights in your arms is beautiful.
So kind of a dove motif, perhaps.
Yeah. Now, if you go upside down, Pat, no, it was, it was, you've been reaching toward that. And this time, I think the use of light was an imperfection stage. You take a look when you see the recording and see if you agree. All right. On the third day of peace, Diana will dance. Ready? Okay, let me know when you are. Don't feel rushed. Okay, here we go. Are you not the third day of peace? You're not? That's what I have you. Wait, Diana, can you turn your sound on?
That wasn't my music.
Hmm. It was supposed to be.
I
Was your,
thought fifth day or somewhere down the line.
no, Stephen is the 5th day.
Okay, fourth, sixth, I don't know.
No, that's Charles and
All right, that's interesting. Okay, let's move with that and we'll see what happens.
We'll move with that, and then I'll talk to you after
Gotcha.
separately, and we'll find out what I could possibly have sent you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you. Okay, I'll mute.
Okay. Well, for a first time run through, that was amazing.
Yeah, that's not my music. Mine's very slow. Slow. Yeah.
Well, if you will, stay on the call when everybody goes, and we'll work this out, because I can't imagine. I looked at the sent mail, and this was the one I attached. So something happened somewhere along the line. We'll
Yeah.
work it out. I liked your use of the finger lights very much. That worked, I thought, really well. And it's really nice with the scarf. Someone else?
In your opening position, you were on the side, but your lights, your finger lights blended with the lights of your Christmas tree. So you were just like one light with the Christmas tree, and then you came out of that, and that was so beautiful. I don't know if you planned that, but it was so beautiful to see that you were part of the Christmas tree and then separated from it.
I did plan that actually.
Yeah.
I
Good
brought
work.
yeah. Oh.
Ed, did
It's
you
very
have?
elegant. Maybe one suggestion on the closing was beautiful, and I would just say, from an editing perspective, it's way to keep maybe in a dancing mode pause, like just for a moment after the music starts. So it feels like continuous. It'll be easier, I think, from an editing perspective if it doesn't feel like the dance ended a second before the music ended.
Yeah, but this wasn't my music.
Yeah.
I was trying to do my music in my head, so it was kind of
yeah, you're right. So anyway, that's just something I noticed on it.
Yeah.
It's a very, very elegant, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
I liked the reflection of the lights on the ceiling. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I noted that too, the light and the reflections in different places and at different times really expanded the movement.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, you're
And
using the space very well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I liked the different facings, to the side and then frontal. It was a nice use of the space, I thought too.
That was due to Marilyn's cueing last week.
Love to see your response. And anyone else? All right. Be sure and stay on the call when we leave.
I will. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Stephen, you're the 5th day of peace. But the computer doesn't want to give me that. Hang on. Oops. Comments, please.
It's always fun to watch you, Stephen. Really appreciate your spirit that comes out in these.
I really like the shadow. So I'm watching you, and on the background, your actual whole body is shadowed on the back wall. And so it looks like it's just behind you, kind of supporting you, and you're kind of one dancer. That's very cool.
I had this image of you as this instrument of peace, sort of spreading it around. You did this sort of spreading in all directions, and that was very beautiful.
I also want to say that everybody can have facial expressions. It doesn't just have to be Stephen. You know, it's really very magnetic, and it's really a very big part of our communication. That your face changes with the things that run through you, and his always does. What's really different about this particular dance, and it continues to be, is that he has the air of someone who is holding a treasure. And he goes through a number of things with that treasure that are very sweet and very beautiful and very peaceful. I would encourage you all to allow yourself to have facial expressions too. It's amazing how much it adds to the conveyance of the emotion. It's really beautiful, Stephen. Your dance always was beautiful, but it's much, there's a deep gentleness about this that is sort of an arrival point from where you were before. It's very lovely. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Ed has the very last day of peace. Ready? Charming. Comments?
I was feeling the joy of being peaceful and how light and wonderful that feels through the body, and your connection with your eyes, you know, and looking through and at who's observing you out there. And it was beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks. I was trying to exercise Marilyn's spots, so on the face.
I felt
Exercise or
like,
exercise.
I felt like you were a lily in a lily pond.
Okay. Okay.
I could feel the water and the floating and the ripples, and you were kind of your face and your body. I felt like a lily floating in the lily pond, just loving every moment.
Mm, thank you.
And I'm appreciating again your exquisite lightness that you have. And I have a question. Is that a new red blanket in the corner that have you always had that?
I have, usually it's probably folded down more.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I
I'm
was-
not seeing on my camera, right? So maybe yeah, maybe I could have had that down more.
Oh, I see. Okay, because I was like, oh, it matches your sweater, but I
Does,
wasn't
I guess,
sure if that was
yeah.
intentional.
It related to Ed's gift for lightness, which is such a movement signature for him, is his use of breath. And again, I can't emphasize that more, not using it in the same way as Ed necessarily, but letting your breath carry you is a different kind of movement than just imposing movement. It's a little related to what Wendy was talking about, letting yourself be danced. And he really is a master at it. Even in roles that are extremely heavy, like God in Job, he was still completely animated by breath. And that's something I think that if you do that a little bit at home, every once in a while, it changes your movement. I'm sure many of you know that and do it often, but it really is a wonderful way of phrasing. Anything else? Okay, we'll move on to Joy. Megan, you have the fourth day of Joy. And boy, are you appropriately dressed. This is so nice. Here we go. Sorry, sometimes it won't go to a new place and I have to. All right, let me try that again. Here we go. Wow. Comments, please.
It's definitely the embodiment of joy. Wow. Yeah.
Oops. Megan, unless you do something absolutely beyond belief, I'm cutting a lot of that into the final cut. That was absolutely so movingly joyful. It brought together all the things that have been happening, and in the moment, it was filled with joy. It was just gorgeous.
In its simplicity, it just was.
Well, you know, I mean,
A light,
watching
it just was, you were brought into that feeling of joy.
was just watching everybody who came before me. I'm so happy. you know, seeing everybody here, it's, you know, it's a wonderful feeling, everybody together. So thank you.
It was beautiful. It was like you had joy in your hands.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
It was joy that you couldn't keep inside. It kept bursting out. It was absolutely marvelous. I can't imagine that you're going to do anything more transcendental than that, but who knows, knowing you. Really wonderful.
And your smile is just radiant.
Thank you. I feel so lucky and grateful. Thank you.
So are we, sweetie. That was a wonderful experience. Someone else? Okay, we'll move on to love. Mary Lee has the first day of love. And Mary Lee, I have to say, I had almost the same kind of experience when you were doing love to another person. And we did that video. It was so, yeah, I kept thinking, okay, we're done. This is, okay, ready? Here we go. Good boy. Comments, please.
I know it's not peace, but I felt so peaceful and joyous and everything watching it. So thank you. Yeah.
I love the coloring now, with the lighting that you, whatever, Mary Lee, you're just a little bloom of pink. It is.
I like
and
it.
Your face, your hair. It's just, I felt this, it's like a cloud. It's like coming in on a cloud, but with those little flowers. And so the whole thing felt very, I agree with Ed. It kind of felt like it brought together peace and hope and joy into this final kind of sensation. So yeah, beautiful.
I love the lighting and the opening. That was neat. It makes your hair pink too.
She's a pink girl. She's pink.
She's pink. Yes, it was beautiful. It's lovely in every way.
Yeah. It's possible to have peace and joy in love.
Sure.
I would say one thing though, your computer screen should go down a bit because you were at the bottom of the screen. So sometimes I was missing some of you, like, yeah, when you were back there, but you just moved your screen down a bit after you danced. So I can see more. So just to.
Oh, okay,
it's-
so
yeah.
it's better, it's not so up, but down.
Exactly. There was a few times you were at the bottom of the screen. That's it. You're now in the center. Yep.
Okay, I love being in the center. Okay.
I know, it's a good place to be.
Okay.
Anyone else? All right. On the fourth day of love, Wendy? Now, if I could get it to play, that would be nice. There we go. Comments, please.
It felt like a very passionate love.
The way the lights reflected off the camera in the beginning looked like rose petals. The whole screen was filled with rose petals.
Yeah, it was very interesting special effects from what you were doing with your lights, and it felt very magical.
I
Yeah,
like the lights on the red fabric too. That's nice. Wendy, your camera could be a little higher because there were some movements where your hands were not on camera.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. It's just like almost just 6 inches higher would have been,
Mhm.
you know, good.
Right.
I thought it was stunning when you came toward the camera. So it seemed so close with this one light. It was just, that's all that was going on. Did anybody else notice that moment?
Yes, I did.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's very effective.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the time we'll think about moving laterally with the camera or turning, but not advancing and retreating. And you can do your own zooming.
Right.
I enjoyed watching it, especially because it was the music I danced to last year.
Yeah, I know.
And to see that movement, I felt like I was dancing with you, but your facial expressions were just beautiful. How like the movement of love coming through you and being expressed through your face was lovely. Lovely.
Agreed. All right, Tony, you have the last day of love, which is Christmas Eve. Ready? Okay. Honey, you're muted. I can't hear you. Yeah. There we go.
I was saying that I'm sorry, I didn't realize my light was so dark. My lighting was so dark. I'm trying to
Fix it.
fix it. Maybe I do this closer. This is higher.
That's better.
Sorry about that.
No worries, sweetie. Ready? Here we go. Oops. Wow. Feedback, please.
I thought there was something really, all of it was wonderful. I thought there was something really special and powerful about the way the opening was done. I really like that growing slow crescendo that was arising. That was really, I really like that.
Way there's that black frame around you. It's and the pictures on the wall, it's almost like you're one of the pictures come to life, which happens on Christmas Eve. It's like it seemed like it was here was this picture, this painting, and then you're alive, and you just brought like Christmas joy to everybody.
It's funny, I had the same feeling that she'd stepped out of the painting.
And so colorful tonight with the orange and the reddish pink. And then did you have two different color lights on your fingers? It looked like you had a blue and a red. Is that, or maybe it was just my camera?
I had blue and red, yes.
Yeah, so adding to the colorful.
Anyone else? Okay, would everyone turn your camera back on, please? Okay.
And you too, Marilyn.
Oh, sorry, I always forget. Let me turn the recording off.